is a video about the Klavierstücke of Schubert. Just number one and two. Number three is great, actually. I never realised it until I heard people play it slowly, the slow section slowly. You know, that is how to play the third one. And there are a few people who play it on YouTube, you can hear it, but not many people. Most people play it at not such a slow speed, and it only sounds spectacular when you play that, when it's played slowly, the middle section. And I'm talking about this sort of speed. So this is for number three of Schubert's Klavierstücke d946. It has to be played like this, basically. Yeah. What does that sound? That speed, again, a couple of pianists I've heard, just two actually, who play it at that speed. Go and have a look for that speed. Otherwise, it is the black sheep of these Klavierstücke. With that played slowly, he hasn't marked it particularly slowly, but you know, that's the only way to play it. Otherwise, it sounds decidedly inferior to the other two. When it's played with that part of it very slow, then it reaches the heights of number one and two, and if it's played slowly enough, it would approach the length of number one and number two as well, which is what suggests to me that Schubert did mean it to be played very slow, but maybe they didn't copy it out properly. They didn't copy out his marking. There are lots of problems with the manuscripts and so on, and he didn't publish this in his lifetime. It's published posthumously anyway. So you know, maybe he didn't write it in the original manuscripts. I think composers often don't write they forget to write what they mean to write. As we know, we've heard Rachmaninoff says don't play what I wrote, play what I play. You know, but I mean that's what he suggested. That's what is obvious from his concertos, which he but someone asked him. Yeah, I got this from that pianist called what's his name? But anyway, he played for Rachmaninoff, so he's on YouTube as well. He gives some master classes on Rach 3, for example. And he said that Rachmaninoff said, if someone asked Rachmaninoff why don't you play it? Well, someone asked this guy actually, but I think someone also asked Rachmaninoff, why don't you play it at the tempo that it's marked at? But this guy, this piano teacher, and you can hear him on YouTube say no, don't play it the way it's written, because Rachmaninoff himself didn't. And I think he says that Rachmaninoff said, don't play it the way I wrote it. You know, play it the way I'm playing it now. It makes it much faster, usually. So that proves that the composer, what he writes down is not necessarily what he means. And I've heard also someone say that, I can't remember who now, but this person was a composer as well, and he said that it was talking about Beethoven's markings, and it was saying that the composer said that when you write something down, it was about the Hammerklavier sonata, and how that tempo was not the tempo that he meant, that very fast tempo for the beginning of the Hammerklavier sonata. Okay, so anyway, therefore I think that he said to do that one really slow at the middle section, number 3, but he would have wanted it really slow, but he didn't write it down, that's all. Now, number 1 and number 2, I've got some tips here. I haven't yet mastered either, but number 1 is a new one for me, and what I can say is this: the left hand that one needs to be the melody, not this. because you think that's the melody, and it is the melody, but what we've got to listen to is the left hand, because that, as my piano teacher says, is the Beethoven lineage and Tchaikovsky lineage piano teacher. He says it's going to be too difficult for me, more or less, but it's possible if I really work at it. And what I understood that she meant by that is that, because she said that it's too fast, the allegro assai is too fast for me anyway, but she said that it is possible. And so I think what she meant is that I've got to really work on that left hand. And the way I've understood now, more and more I've practiced it, is that if you don't listen out for that left hand, as though you're playing just the left hand, then then I will muck it up, because it's so difficult. You're listening to the right hand, but you should be listening to this. That is the real melody, if you can try to think of it as the melody, if you're as bad as me at piano movement. And of course, as with all piano, you should play it staccato and slowly. That's probably too fast. That's right. Staccato. It'll take ages to do, but that is the way. It seems like it's never going to work, but that is the way that it works. 3 keys of piano playing. Slowly is number 1 rule. Slowly is number 2 rule. And number 3 rule is slowly. So as you play it, you've got to listen to this. This just happens to be doing some easy octaves at the same time. It's very counterintuitive. That is how to do it anyway. Concentrate on the left hand. Play the left hand slowly. Play it on its own, and spend many years doing it, because it's such a fantastic piece. The middle section is no problem. There it is. That's all fine. And these are. That's all very easy. I mean, it's not very easy, but it is very kind on the fingers, very beautiful scale, much better than any Chopin scale. These are using possible scales, or all that kind of stuff. It's Winter Wind or something like that. Yeah, I wonder, that's got a very difficult. Try to do that. I remember it being something like that. But Schubert is not usually like that. I think. Well, maybe he is, but anyway, not in this one. This is easy. And the d959 sonata is also quite easy, by the way. The middle, sort of, the middle section here of the second movement. It's doable. Well, I used to play it anyway, but I play it badly. And not at the right speed, it's fast as well, of course. But and all that stuff, Anyway. Something like that anyway. It's quite doable. So back to this piece. Going now to the because apart from these left hand, That's the only difficult bit, really, I think, in this bit. Oh, and this, I mean, when it comes to this bit here, it goes. You give it softer there. Now, this bit takes someone getting used to with the left hand. It's a bit same sort of thing as how it opens, sort of. But make sure you practice this. Is really difficult. It's even more difficult again. Very slowly. Just chew on the left hand, and then it goes back to the right hand. That's right. Okay, and then down to. Just make sure that you're aware about it goes, and then apart from the B flat and the G and the B flat at the beginning, is then the G goes to the D with the left hand for the other ones, more or less. Okay, you're going to be aware of that. That bit's very difficult as well. Anyway, so the way, and this is my way of making it easier. Okay, I go like this for this bit. I go. Let me just go from the beginning. This is not what he wrote, it's a simplified version. The bit, I'll tell you about it when it comes. This bit, I just go like this. I go. Let's go. That's it. And to be honest, it's just too difficult otherwise. And this makes it so much simpler, and it sounds. No one can really. I mean, you can't really hear that it's not being played properly unless you're professional, unless you know it very well, or unless you're a proper musician. Okay, so let me just do that. So that's what it is. That's what I do. Makes it much easier. Otherwise, it's just impossible to do. Now I'm going to go straight on to the second one, and I do the same thing for part of that. I'm afraid to say, but otherwise, it's just too difficult. So the part I'm talking about, of course, for the second one, in 1 E flat major, is this bit. Okay. If you're gonna play it like it's written, it'll be. Okay. With 2 notes at once. Okay, that's just about doable, but not really. I mean, if you've got someone like me, and then it goes this. It's getting those fingers and then back to a comfortable fingering for that, you know. It's just impossible. It's taken me a year. I mean, I've been trying to do that for a year at least. Can't do it, but I found the way to do it. It's not what he wrote, but this is what you do. You do thumb and third finger, rather than start with these 2 fingers or those 2 fingers. Start with the thumb. So, right hand, thumb on the C, third finger on the E flat. So it's, and then just take your thumb away and just go. Just do like that. You know? Is that how good? I'm not using my thumb at all. So I'm not doing 2 notes at once. For which you need your fingers. You need the first finger and the fourth finger. With your thumb now. It's just impossible to do fast enough. So just you can start with a thumb on, but you're not going to play it apart from when you put it down the first time. And again, okay, with 2 notes, and then the third time. But this is all you're doing now. can put those on again if you like, but I tend not to. So just much easier. It's impossible that you'll waste your life away otherwise. The left hand goes up at the same time. I can put it on at the end, like I said, you know, gives it a little bit of authenticity, a little bit of weight to it. Which is the second time round. Now this bit here again, it's use your thumb and third finger, and then just play it again with the thumb if you want. But then it's just the second finger and third finger again. Thumb back again or not if you like. And then just move to this bit. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta swap the fingers to make it easy, and just use these two fingers each time. You will not be able to do it unless you are a complete pro, basically. So unlike Cyprian Katsaris, he obviously is, you know, not like most people. This one, they both start on black notes. Yeah. That part is much easier, basically. I'll do it again. How's it going? Anyway, then that part is doable. Okay, so. Just your first and second finger. Here as well, just use your thumb and your third finger. And now just use third finger and second finger. Just second, your first finger and second finger. So I called that second finger, I mean first finger, second digit, first finger and third finger. So that's the only way to do those ones, I find, having spent a long time trying to do it. Okay, so that's one part of this part. Another part is this part. Got to this stage because I've only worked this out now, but the way to do it is not with thumb and the little finger and the first finger, but you got to, I think, put your hand right into the black keys and use your little finger on the G flat, your second finger on the B natural, and your third finger rather on the B natural, and your second finger, and your second finger, I call this the second finger, on the B natural, and your first finger on the D natural. You're going to put them right into the keys. slow down here, I'd also recommend. Really slow down. It just really helps me anyway. Possible there, but really slowing down really helps, and it sounds quite good as well. It sounds kind of more deep and meaningful rather than just doing it all quickly. Slower here. We do this a bit faster. I prefer this a little bit faster. I have heard many people do it slowly, but I think it sounds quite good fast. Beautiful bit. Like the yearning of kissing the hand of the woman you love, for example. The yearning to do something. That's what that calls for. That's what that. Anyway, so they're both incredibly difficult pieces, basically. But these are the most difficult bits, and these are my recommendations how to do it. The bit when it changes and it's the rest of it's not so difficult. Even that end part, which is a bit different. Very good. And it goes here. Slow down as a D flat there, and E natural there. And again, they're both on E flat, normal. Okay, so it's doable, that slightly that variation bit, not too difficult. I do get confused actually with whether it goes up here or it goes down there. So, but it takes a bit of practice. They're difficult pieces. Anyway, but the most difficult bits are the bits that I've given tips for as to how to make it easier. It doesn't sound very different at all. I haven't got any pedal on this piano, so that's why. That's why it sounds even more exposed, the mistakes which I made, because there's no pedal at all to try to muddy it. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you with your Klavierstücke. If you're playing them, then you're probably a professional, but if you're not, then these are the ways to play. Thank you very much, and see you next time.